Imagine a tablet with PC-level productivity features for professionals that's also a piece of canvas for creative individuals. That's what the latest HUAWEI MatePad Pro 12.2-inch brings to the table. It's not just a tablet for casual social media browsing, media consumption, or even gaming, though I would have to say that it does a good job at that. But it can also serve as a productivity powerhouse with a PC-level WPS Office and a variety of multitasking capability, and as a drawing pad with a tandem OLED paper matte display and a slew of powerful applications and capable hardware to back it up out of the box. Not to mention the HUAWEI Glide keyboard with integrated M Pencil support for a more natural and seamless experience. This 3-in-1 tablet PC can do it all. It's genius. In this video, I'll share with you 5 reasons why you should consider the HUAWEI MatePad Pro 12.2-inch 2025 and a few considerations before spending your hard-earned money. With that said, let's get into it. As always, honest disclaimer, this video is not sponsored or paid, and I just borrowed this from HUAWEI Philippines to share with you my honest experience. They will not see this video or even my script prior to release. Now in this video, I'll talk about the concept with the HUAWEI Glide keyboard and M Pencil in mind should you consider getting one either from the pre-order freebies or purchase separately after the fact. I just want to put it out there as a context before we start. So let's get it. Now, the first reason why you should consider the HUAWEI MatePad Pro 12.2-inch is its remarkable versatility. It's not your ordinary 3-in-1 tablet. It actually works well in each and every category. And both the HUAWEI Glide keyboard and the HUAWEI M Pencil make it happen. Opening the keyboard is a one-step process with 2 different angles held by powerful magnets and a genius collapsing design. Cleverly hidden behind is the integrated storage for the stylus that also doubles as a charging dock. You actually have 2 options for charging the stylus, one in the hidden storage and the other one in a more familiar place here up top. Now, the HUAWEI MatePad Pro 12.2-inch weighs only around 529 grams, the keyboard is only around 415 grams, and the stylus is only around 15.6 grams, with the full setup weighing under a kilogram, so you won't have to think twice about bringing this with you every single time. Now, the HUAWEI Glide keyboard features substantially tactile keys with 1.5mm high key travel and is silent enough for work in a discrete environment. It also has a wide trackpad with multi-finger gesture support and feels fairly natural to use. I also appreciate the fact that it's stain resistant, making me less worried, especially with this classic white variant. Now, the HUAWEI M Pencil on the other hand features up to 10,000 plus pressure sensing levels and supports double tap gesture for things like switching from writing to erasing and tap to splatter in Go Paint. Both are conveniently connected to the HUAWEI MatePad Pro 12.2-inch via Nearlink, a short-range wireless technology developed by HUAWEI for faster, reliable, and more energy-efficient connectivity than the traditional Bluetooth. And I would say it's really seamless and reliable. It automatically detects when it is near and is easy to connect. No tinkering with settings whatsoever. Both are wirelessly charging from the tablet, which is really convenient. We'll tackle more about its versatility as we go along in this video, but yeah, that's the first reason why you should consider the HUAWEI MatePad Pro 12.2-inch. Now, the second reason is the PC-level productivity features and capabilities. When I say PC level, I'm talking about the desktop grade version of the WPS Office application, which by the way comes pre-installed and well optimized for the HUAWEI MatePad Pro 12.2-inch. Things like PC-level user interface with menus, tabs, and status bars make it feel more intuitive and familiar. Speaking of tabs, you can open multiple files from documents to spreadsheets to PowerPoint presentations and even PDF files. You can also take advantage of either the built-in trackpad or an external wireless mouse for a more immersive productivity experience. You can also do the usual things like copying and pasting between documents, copying and pasting files within the internal storage or from an external storage, and even compressing and extracting large files. And to make it even better, the HUAWEI MatePad Pro 12.2-inch also offers a bunch of multitasking features like adjustable split screen view, opening up to 3 applications at the same time, and quickly switching between them. You can also opt to make a window float on the side for quick access and a lot more. It's intuitive, nifty, and definitely makes the overall experience better. You can also connect this to an external monitor and have your display mirrored, perhaps for presentation or if you simply want a larger display. And partner all of that with the tandem OLED plus paper matte display and the M Pencil, and you get the best of both worlds. You've got all the necessary office applications and a couple of note-taking apps to go along with it. Basically, type like a PC and write like a notebook. Speaking of writing, the third reason why you should consider the Huawei MatePad Pro 12.2-inch is the fact that you can also use it as a notebook and a drawing pad. This unlocks a ton of possibilities, not just for professionals, but also for creative individuals. The M Pencil partnered with the paper matte display is something that I never knew I'd appreciate until I finally experienced it. It's not a one-to-one comparison, but it definitely felt closer to writing on actual paper. I like the Notes application, where you have the freedom of jotting and sketching pretty much anything your imagination desires. The Notepad, where you can write your to-do list, minutes of the meeting, and anything in between. And of course, the GoPaint app, where you can turn your imagination into artwork. The GoPaint app in particular is really fun to play around with. I have no idea what I'm doing, I'm not an artist, but it's something that I want to explore even more. And somehow, it brought a little bit of my childhood back to life. I also let my imagination loose with everything my 4-year-old son talks about, like tornadoes, volcanoes, dinosaurs, and his favorite monster truck, Gravedigger. So yeah, it's super fun. I also like the handwriting enhancement feature, albeit quite limited for now, and the fact that you can easily create proper shapes by pressing and holding. And as I pointed out earlier, it supports pressure sensing and double tap gesture for things like switching from writing to erasing and tap to splatter in GoPaint. Now, the fourth reason why you should consider the Huawei MatePad Pro 12.2-inch is its optimal display, balancing image quality and features for all of its intended purpose. We have a 12.2-inch tandem OLED paper matte display with a 2.8K 2800 by 1840 resolution, 144Hz refresh rate, up to 2000 nits peak brightness with a 92% screen-to-body ratio. And as you can tell, the bezels are fairly slim, offering just the right amount of space for when you hold it. It also features an anti-glare finish for clear visuals even with bright sunlight and in my case, bright studio lighting. Aside from that, it also features dual-layer OLED with 2000 nits peak brightness, which I would say is substantial enough for outdoors and especially indoors. And the viewing angles are also decent enough. As you can tell, the image quality for media consumption is also quite outstanding. Plus, as I alluded to earlier, the paper-like surface is something you really need to experience firsthand. Now, the fifth and last reason why you should consider the Huawei MatePad Pro 12.2-inch is the combination of good design, capable performance, and decent battery capacity. Like I said earlier, the Huawei MatePad Pro 12.2-inch weighs only around 529 grams and is noticeably thin at only 5.5mm. I also appreciate the earthy vibe with this sort of pastel green colorway with some texture design. And yes, we do have an AI dual camera setup here at the back with a 50-megapixel main camera and an 8-megapixel wide-angle camera. And on the other side, we also have an 8-megapixel front-facing camera, nicely hidden on the bezel up top. We also have 4 microphones and 4 speakers around, a USB Type-C port on the side, the power button that also doubles as a snappy fingerprint sensor on the side, and the volume rocker up top. Speaking of the speakers, here's a quick sound test for you guys.
But I'm so frustrated. Hello to my loneliness. I guess that ignorance is bliss. Take me back to before the new. Rewind, take it out of cue. Innocence can be a young man's game. Stand up for the hall of shame. I wish I knew.
For this simple video, I just want to give you a walkthrough of all the available features, applications, and settings for the Huawei Watch Fit 4 so that you can have an idea what to expect should you choose to get this for your fitness journey. As for the battery, we have a substantial 10,100 mAh capacity that only takes around 55 minutes to fully charge. And when it comes to performance, this is something that I also immediately noticed upon unboxing. The performance browsing through the user interface feels really smooth and snappy, and throughout the duration of my testing, with all the things that I think are about, I never felt that it's lacking in terms of performance, may it be as a tablet for media consumption, gaming, and social media applications, as a PC-like productivity device with all of its multitasking features, or as a drawing pad. It never skipped a beat. And that's essentially my 5 reasons why I think you should consider the Huawei MatePad Pro 12.2-inch. But how about the things that you need to consider before getting one, since nothing is perfect, right? Well, for starters, there's still the lack of native access to Google services, which limits the resolution on apps like YouTube to 1080p. But thankfully, there's a workaround for that, which is via a web browser and desktop mode. Also, installing Google apps and other applications is easier than ever, thanks to the continuously expanding Huawei app gallery and Gbox, especially Gbox, where you can install most of the Google applications, so there's that. Another thing is that it lacks external storage, so you're stuck with 512GB, though for most users, that is substantial enough. And lastly, there's no cellular option, only Wi-Fi, which is kind of a bummer. Other than that, I still honestly believe that all the things it has to offer more than outweighs its shortcomings. You're getting a versatile 3-in-1 tablet with PC-level productivity features and capabilities, with a ton of potential for creative work. The Huawei Glide keyboard and the Huawei M Pencil complement the Huawei MatePad Pro 12.2-inch really well, with an overall package that weighs less than a kilogram and literally does almost everything. And if you want to lie back and chill, it's also a perfect companion for social media and entertainment. And there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Huge thanks to Huawei Philippines for sending this in. You can get this using the links below. Again, this video is not sponsored or paid, and they'll see this video at the same time as you do. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you appreciate this video, and see you next time. Have a great day, guys. You're awesome.